Welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Colosseum for the final part, to be exact, with a post-commentary. As mentioned in the previous part, I was originally gonna do a post-commentary on that as well, but despite how the length of the video, how it turned out when I sped it up by 4, it was actually originally nearly an hour and a half long video, and I was not gonna talk for all that because lately, especially today right now, I've just fuck everything kind of mood basically. And it's I can't be asked to do jack shit today. So it's just man, this LP, man, I was almost done with it all, and I had on all the recording, and then this happened. I commend you for coming, and let your eyes burn the glory of the double battle to end all double battles. No snivers! So, the final trainer is Inity, aka Gandalf, aka probably the brother of the snippet guy. Maybe he's Dumbledore, actually. Dumbledore had a brother, didn't he? So, he doesn't really have any legendary Pokemon, but he's, just don't underestimate the guy, he's tough. There's a reason why he's the 100th battler, man. He's actually pretty tough. I mean, the trainer before him used a Kyogre in battle, and that was interesting and awesome and all, and he almost kicked my ass, but this guy doesn't need no legendaries to kick some ass. He shows that he can handle battle with just the same old Pokemon we've seen, but he does it a bit differently. They're stronger than I was expecting them to be. And again, you got people dancing in the background, kind of cheering, just YOLO swag, because that's just straight. I just imagine them being like that because they're crazy enough to be on top of a freaking volcano cheering on a Pokemon battle. So that's not very smart. So I just expected the type of people that would constantly say stuff like that. Ow! Seriously, I don't like freaking having to do post-recording, man. It's boring. Well, it would have been for the previous one, but this one should be interesting since it is the final battle of Mount Battle and the final part of this LP. I just can't believe it, man. So I think the first time I've done a post-recording for a final part, and I do not approve of that. Not only that, I have to freaking play this damn thing in media player because, as I mentioned before, for games like this, I have to use a TV recorder to record the audio for my commentary with Audacity, and then I'd record onto media player. Using Power DVD actually, or whatever, to record the footage with Fraps, save it, then add in the audio. But I'm using Media Maker this time because I don't want to freaking use my old laptop to record it a second time and comment over it or make another Audacity file, so I was just fuck it, just use Camtasia, get media player up and record it, because I don't know, I prefer it that way over just having another Audacity recording. Might as well get them both mixed into one. It's rare that we get this opportunity. If you can call it an opportunity. Alligator goes down. I don't think I use... yeah. Shit, I don't suppose to do that. Well, you'll see eventually. Ow! Bye-to! These Pokemon are tough. I mean, I know Umbreon's not really all that great attack-wise, but still. They're tough. They mean business. Especially that Salamence, man. He will kick your ass. And so will the Starmie. Look at that. Down to 2 Pokemon just like that. I haven't even knocked out one of his Pokemon yet. That's how tough this guy is. He means business, man. He kicks my ass right here, man. Look at this shit. Nearly knocked out Espion as well. And we finally took down his Starmie. Well, he sends out Ludicolo. how will the battle go? Oh yeah, of course, all the colorways. Damn fake out. He's just like, damn it! You're ruining the strategy. And then Salomon is like, crunch, bitch! As the gun goes down, and it's all up to Umbreon to save the day at that point. You can see that this battle was not going in my favor. So I used Secret Power on Salamence. But it didn't confuse Salamence, and I was not impressed. Salamence was just like, Dragon Claw! And Umbreon was like, ow! And Umbreon then was like, Secret Power! And Salamence was like, ow! And then he got confused. And the other color was like, Hydro Mist! And then Umbreon was all like, Moonlight. But Salamence was like, hell no, Dragon Claw. Confusion ain't got shit on me. Laggy, lag ball. Where Umbreon was like, Moonlight. Another color was like, Hydro Pump. Screw your Sailor Moon bullshit. And then Umbreon was like, ow. Stop that. So he's like, I gotta use Moonlight again, but then Salamence was like, confusion ain't got shit on me, brah. Dragon Claw. And Umbreon got knocked out, and this is the only battle on Mount Battle that I ever lost in this entire LP. I say this entire LP because I'm not sure if I ever lost, like, outside this LP. You need more seasoning in the ways of battling. Lick your wounds and try again. Man, he kicked my ass, man. He didn't even need to have used the Rhydon. The Rhydon obviously seemed like it'd be the weakest of the four, really. Every Rhydon we've ever faced has been pretty weak. But yeah, because of all the battles we've won, the perfect wins and all that, we've got so many retries that it didn't really matter if we lost to him, because like we could get a rematch straight out the bat. The pain in the ass thing was, like, at the time I was just like, oh god, are they gonna stop me back at the start of this area? I was like, no! As you can see, it's a bit kind of laggy here and there in the video here. This is just actually how it's recorded with Fraps. Fraps tends to like make everything slow as balls. It's annoying because the original footage obviously just went normal speed, but as soon as Fraps starts recording, it's like it's gotta have some slowdown. Camtasia is honestly better than Fraps. It has more options than Fraps and doesn't really lag like Fraps does. Not from my experience of using Camtasia anyway. I mean, Camtasia can also, like, you know, you can choose where and, like, you can basically, like, lock onto applications or, like, basically, like, make a square over whatever area you want to record with. While with Fraps, it's just like, it either records, like, with something, like, if it will, like, you know, be compatible with it, or it's not. That's how Fraps goes. And the full screen thing doesn't work anymore with Fraps, so that takes away even more of its options. But anyway, enough of that. Let's focus on the battle. I go beside him on the Rhydon. Clearly Rhydon was the inferior one on his team. Should have picked one of the other two instead. But then Salomon just like, crunch. And Esper's like, oh, Espin always getting knocked out. I don't like you. So, how many times did I use Stormbraid for Mount Battle? It wasn't nearly as much as the other ones, I don't think. You know, I was surprised, like, in the previous battle, how Magnium was able to take down Kyogre on its own. It was just like all of, like, Kyogre's attacks were basically not very effective against Magnium, and Magnium was like, bitch, please. It's now finally my time to shine. Even though I've got the lowest attack on the team, I am gonna kick your ass. And so Magnium did. That wasn't very tough at all. No siree, Bob. Now bite him on the face. Doing much better this time around, isn't it? Look at that, man! Did you see that? Feraligatr basically one-shotted Salamence. Feraligatr is a freaking badass sometimes, man. Sometimes he like doesn't really do like very powerful attacks, but when he does, it's freaking powerful. It's just awesome, man. And of course, Ludicolo always using Fake Out as the starting move to screw us over a bit. Starmie trying to like properly, you know, freeze Umbreon, but it didn't quite work, so Umbreon's like, nope, I'm gonna bite you and defeat you. And then Umbreon was like, I'm going to bite you as well. No, actually I'm going to use Secret Power and the Ice Beam combination. But realizing that my attacks weren't that very strong against Ludicolo. I mean, look at that, man. This Ludicolo could take quite a beating. But its Hydro Pumps aren't very accurate at all. He just likes to dance back and forth. So I was like, screw it, Typhlosion. You want to do the honors of kicking this asshole's ass? Typhlosion's like, yep, frickin' bet I am. I'm gonna kick some ass. And Umbreon's like, secret power. And Ludicolo was like, no, I've got to live, Giga Drain. What battles did I use Skarmory for this? I'm just like thinking, because Magnum got his time to shine in the previous battle. But what time on Mount Battle did Skarmory get a chance to shine? He was mostly kind of the backup one. He usually like be teamed with Typhlosion to kick some ass. Kind of like the backup kind of one for like Typhlosion to do like a double team on like grass Pokemon and stuff like that. And occasionally he'd handle rocking ground Pokemon as well, if I recall correctly. And then there was the final Flame Blade! And Ludicolo was defeated. Gandalf, Dumbledore, cousin, brother, person thingy, Sniffit, McSniffits was all like, he was all like, I was defeated, and then the coordination between not only you and your Pokemon, but also among the Pokemon themselves is something marvelous and splendid, and all that, I didn't even read it. But will you sniff it? And look how many points we get for it right there. That's a lot of coupons. Holy shit. And we unlock Ho-Ho as a result. To celebrate your mastery of purification and battling, Ho-Ho arrived. Ho-Ho was transferred to the PC. So yeah, I think well, it obviously says it right there. So you bound to have like, you have to like purify every one of the Pokemon and also get through that challenge to unlock Ho-Ho. That seems kind of obvious, really. I never really gave it much thought, and then I was like, let's buy something on the coupon thing. I was just like, is there any different from the other one? And it wasn't, but I still was just like, screw it, let's buy stuff that we're not even going to use anyway. You know, we got all these points, might as well use them. So I was like, what should I buy? And I was like, yeah, Choice Band, why not? And then I was like, Scope Lens, why not that as well? And just like, King's Rock, never going to use it, but sure, why not? Then it was like, what else should I buy? Is there anything we can afford, kind of thing? And then it was like, screw it, TM32, don't know what it is, don't care, but let's buy it anyway. And then I was like, okay, now let's go back to the main menu and stuff. Because we're going to check out Ho-Ho. Not in battle, in fact, unfortunately I didn't do that, but showed him off, like, in the box to see his stats and moves and all that. Just like, sup Yuki? And I was like, computer time again, Pokemon storage and all that. It's like, look at all them Pokemon, man, look at all them Pokemon. And then I was like, let's look through all of, like, their summary stats and stuff. Look how weak Slugma is, man. Some of these Pokemon aren't really all that tough. Wow, there really are a lot of, like, quite weak Pokemon there, really. Yeah, the jump bluff, of course, I have to stop, and I just, like, my nemesis. I kicked its ass in, like, quite a few battles on Mount Battle without me realizing until I think it was in the previous part, or the part before that, where it's like, oh, it's my arch nemesis. And I was like, I'm gonna use Flame Blare on you. And so I did. And it was somewhat satisfying. Did you see that? Did you see Shuckle's stats there for a second? His defense was awesome, but his attack was absolutely terrible. He's a very defensive Pokemon. And of course, Ho-Ho, level 70. He's freaking awesome. I don't think I've ever actually used it in battle, though. That's the thing, isn't it? It's just like, you get a legendary Pokemon, he's like, yeah, awesome! You never get around to using it. Always stick with the usual ones, you know? Look at all them not very impressive stats. Man, freaking Smeargle's got weak-ass stats. And then you've got Taranta's got awesome stats, and obviously awesome stats from Ho-Ho there. Then it's like, let's check out his attacks, and it's like, wait, that's his attacks? I mean, Recover's nice, Fire Blast is nice, Sunny Day could, like, boost Fire Blast, but what the hell's up with Swift? I've never used Swift, it never works out in my favor very well, because it never does much damage. Sure, it never misses, but come on. Barely never does anything. And Fire Blast being the only other attack and only has 5 power points, that's ridiculous. How's that gonna do me any good, damn it? But yeah, and oh yeah, that's why I was just like, oh look at that right there, Mattel. That was the original trainer or something of it. Because that's the only one that says anything different other than my name. Then after that, I think I was like gonna check the P-Star DA to see if like the Pokemon that we faced on the Mount Battle Challenge registered, and I found out that they didn't, which is a little odd, but oh well, what can you do, you know? It's a shame, really. It would have been awesome to see them on the P-Star DA thing. Well, not really, but it would have been interesting at least to actually, you know, have them register. But no. Like, no strategy memo for you. So yeah, you can tell I was like looking for Kyogre because we faced Kyogre, and I was like, is he on there? And you're like, nope, nope. None of the ones that weren't originally on there that we faced on the Mount Battle thing, not there. I was like, oh, how disappointing. And I'm not sure how long this video goes on for. A few more minutes if I recall, but that's about it. So, I think I like, yeah, I was like choosing like the area then. I was just like, okay, where should we go to call it a pod, you know? To end this LP, we should like be in a fitting spot that looks nice. And I was just like, well, what area should we go to for such a scene? And then it was all like, let's think here. And then it was like, Phoenix City, it's the best looking city-town thing in the whole game. With the beautiful music and the waterfall and the sound and all that. Makes it sound like we are the champions on the music. A bit anyway, sort of. So I was like, yeah, let's go there. It's a very fitting spot, and I was like, okay, we're gonna stand on the stairs. But then I was like, get in place everyone, get in place, and then around about this point the scat lead on my TV was all playing up and I commented on that, but as you can see here, it doesn't show in recording, which is good, because if it did, it would happen quite often and it would look terrible. But yeah, that music was really fitting with that. He's just like, you've accomplished something. You are the champions. This LP is completed at last. Tedious freaking battles, purification, all that crap. Finally completed. Congratulations. You win this game. Or whatever, something. You did it! LP complete, but I'm not sure how long this went on for here, because I was babbling on about something and I can't remember what it was. I just can't be asked checking the time on this thing, because like it will show up on the... Oh, screw it, I will actually. Let's see here, it's, yeah, as you can see, now you can see, yes, I'm freaking using Media Player to play this. Conta says hi. Hi! Just waiting to see just how much more seconds are left on this thing, or I could just call it apart right there. I don't know. Well, anyways, though, I hope you've enjoyed this LP of Pokemon Colosseum. Pokemon Emerald, I think the video crashed. It doesn't matter, but anyways, hope you enjoyed this LP. It was a pain in the ass a lot of the times, but hope you enjoyed it. As for Pokemon Emerald, damn it, this is like, makes it all look awkward as balls having this up here for the final part. Can't be helped, freaking post-recording and shit. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this LP. For Pokemon Emerald, that will be quite a ways down the road. It's not going to be the next LP. The next LP will actually be Final Fantasy VIII. So, yeah. I guess I'm going to just make the after LP talk at some point. I just can't be asked just yet. Maybe I will right now. Actually, I'm not sure. But anyways, on with that.
Hello and welcome to the After the LP talk once again. Well, this has been a reasonably quite lengthy LP somewhat. It got a bit tedious towards the end with all the battles and just seeming all the same and stuff. But I thought this LP was alright overall. What do you think, Conte?
Well, like you just said, wait, why am I always agreeing with you? We never seem to have any different opinions over here.
I beg to differ.
You have a different opinion on this, Evil Blackbird? Don't you usually say it was alright?
Yeah. Well, here suppose it was. But my god, those final battles were fucking tedious.
Well, yeah, of course they'd be. I mean, you see these going on. It's a good thing you montage thing. Otherwise it'd be even more tedious.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, man. It's running out of tracks as well for the fucking montage.
I know there's only so much you can really do with a montage. With like the amount of tracks he has on his laptop. So that was a bit tedious to come up with like 2 different montages that go on equal length. It was a bit ridiculous there, you know? But, yeah, this game, it's alright. It's just, it gets a bit repetitive, as do most Pokemon games, really. I mean, it's, like, it's good, but it gets repetitive quite fast, you know? But, it was neat. The villains were completely retarded, but at least the plot, even though as retarded as it may have been, was more darker than the usual Pokemon game, you know, somewhat. You know, with the Shadow Pokemon thing, that was interesting. It was had a bit more, like, I would say mature kind of theme to it there, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to take it seriously with the villains and how stupid they are and how they look and stuff.
Hey, you can't judge a villain by its cover.
What? I thought it was a book by its cover, a villain by its cover. Where did that come from?
Well, you could look like a very intelligent villain, for example, but actually be thick as shit. Or you could be a ridiculous looking villain and be very smart. However, these villains looked ridiculous and were stupid. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, of course. So, well, what else is there to say about this LP? It was time consuming, a lot of having to, you know, purify Pokemon, leveling up, and stuff like that. It was quite a long one for a Pokemon LP. Well, not really. The Mystery Dungeon LPs were quite lengthy, but like compared to Pokemon Fire Red LP, this one was longer.
Yeah, of course it'd be longer. I mean, this fucking thing had loads of different types of shadow Pokemon. Time consuming as balls.
Well, yeah. So, is there anything I mean, this after LP talk's been quite short compared to the SOS one was. I mean, damn. Is there really anything else to say?
Well, let's think here. No, I can't really think of much of anything. It's Pokemon. You catch Pokemon, you purify them, and you defeat the villains, and that was it, really. There wasn't really anything, like, spectacular about it. I mean, the double battles thing, like, for the whole game, that was neat. The Colosseum challenge thing was an absolute failure, because they were ridiculously overpowered and used a strategy that wasn't used to. But Mount Battle was the most tedious thing to watch ever, and the good thing, like with the editing, make it go by a bit quicker, otherwise it would have gone on forever.
Yeah, seriously, man, it was really tedious. On par with the SOS LP on tedious level there. But yes, it was pretty nice. It's just as soon as it's like with other Pokemon games. As soon as the main part of it's all out of the way, then things get ridiculously tedious on a level that's more ridiculous than the average RPG that has continuation after the main story. So yes.
Hey, how's it going, bros? I've come here to, tell you something.
Dave? Holy shit, is that you? What happened to your picture?
Well, you see, guys, I thought, after the SOS LP and the After LP talk where Evil Black was like, I should try to come up with something new. So, I decided to get a new picture, and I'm currently, helping out Mr. Squash, and, he's currently being hospitalized because, well, we stole leaks from Miku, you see, and Miku got hold of this and knocked out Mr. Squash, and he is now resting in the hospital. I managed to escape with these leaks here, which I'm going to dump here, and I'll see you guys. See ya.
Wait, what? Oh no!
You guys stole my leaks.
Oh crap. Ow! Why does it always happen to me?
You think you got problems? I got it too.
I'm perfectly fine.
Why the fuck didn't you hit Golda?
That's because I'm a fan of hers.
What? Are you fucking kidding me? Stupid bitch, just cause I don't fucking like your music.
Wait, then, I can understand you, Evil Blackboard, but Echo, why don't you like Miku's music? I mean, if you were a fan of hers, she wouldn't have punched you in the face.
Well, I would be maybe a fan of hers. You see, there was this one incident a couple of years back. I was going through the sea and minding my own business, looking for some fish, and then all of a sudden I spot something ahead in the distance, coming closer. It was Miku, and she had a smile on her face, and then she took out Pokeballs out of her bag, and I was just like, wait, what's going on here? And then all of a sudden, at an absolutely extraordinary forceful speed, these Pokeballs kept smacking me in the face. She was trying to catch me. She thought I was a Pokemon. I was so bruised up from that, and I've just never been a fan ever since.
Well, that sucks. Wait, why did you think you're a Pokemon for? I mean, have they even made a dolphin Pokemon yet?
I don't think so, which makes it all the more baffling. I was completely just kind of... I don't even know what to say about the whole situation as it was, but... My god, why does she have to punch me in the face? Damn it, all I did was just mind my own business, get hit by a bunch of Pokeballs, and then as a result, I'm not very fond of her, and because of that, she punched me in the face. Well, where the fuck's the logic in that? That's just me.
Deal with it, man.
Well, anyway, Evil Blackboard, why do you not like Miku?
Why should I like that bitch?
Her music, or like your kind of charm or appearance, anything like that?
Ah, fuck that shit. I don't give a fucking rat's ass.
Well, he is Evil Blackboard after all. Well, anyways, I'll see you guys.
Yeah, I am the evil blackboard. I don't give a shit about anything.
You sure you don't give a shit about anything? I think you do give a shit about some things, Evil Blackboard. You just don't want to admit that.
Shut up, Echo. Unless it involves me, I don't give a fucking rat's ass. Well, peace out. I'm out of here.
Wait, why do you say peace out? I mean, you're the Evil Blackboard.
Hey, it's just a way of me fucking getting out of here. So fuck off. I'm out of here.
Well, whatever, you say some random stuff. Well, so do I. Well, anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this LP of Pokemon Colosseum. And I shall be resting, probably with a bag of ice on my eyeball, because that punch really hurts. Or should I say punches, because there were quite a few of them. I think I even got one of the stolen leaks even got me in the eye there. That was very painful. Yeah, that wasn't very pleasant at all. That was worse than the Pokeball incident. Damn it, Migu, why? Well, anyways, though, I hope you enjoyed this LP. That's all, folks.